Well, let me tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on going back to school, but only if I could go to Roberto Clemente Middle School because they put on productions like this. It's Old School 5 Revolution, something special they do each and every year, and it really has a wonderful education behind it and an entertaining evening for you. We're going to tell you all about it, how you can come see it for yourself live next on Fox 5 Morning News. Stay with us.
With what?
The Roberto Clemente Middle School in Germantown, Maryland is putting on a one-of-a-kind music performance this Friday and Saturday.
Holly this morning is with the rather large group today to learn more about the show that they call Old School. And unfortunately, Holly, you're just making us feel old this morning as we listen to this music that we're so used to.
Right, because it's not old school for us at all, right? But let me tell you, this whole thing falls under the category of, why didn't they have this when I was in school? Well, here's two reasons why. They happen to be standing next to me. This is Valerie Kopinski and Randy Levy. They are the directors of Old School 5 Revolution. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Holly.
And can I just say this right now? I can't believe these are middle schoolers.
Amazing. Yeah. They're awesome.
Well, they're awesome because you guys help make them awesome. And this really is more than just a musical. You know what I mean? This is about something that has evolved over time. And I want people to kind of understand where Old School came from and what it is now.
Sure. It started at a high school that was doing a show like this in Alney. There's a show out there called Rock and Roll Revival, and they're Rock and Roll Revival 40. We're Old School 5. So, but that show, we thought, why couldn't we do that at a middle school? So we took the whole concept and brought it here and just made it just as big and really are kind of like the copycat of that show, so doing with middle schoolers.
But what you're doing beyond that is you made it an after-school program originally, right? Because kids wanted to learn this kind of music.
Right, and when we started, I mean, our first year we had maybe 60 kids involved, and from there it has grown every year to the point where now we have classes in the curriculum and we have this huge after-school component.
So wait a minute, you're doing this kind of music in the daily curriculum?
Absolutely, that was the plan all along. We started after school and then we moved it into the school day. So we have all of our kids in the school day as well doing rock and roll as part of the curriculum.
And you know, it seems like such a no-brainer, but really with music programs struggling across the country, clearly it's not at Roberto Clemente Middle School.
That's right. We're bursting at the seams, to be honest. So we keep adding kids every year. Parents support everything. There's such a demand that this has created.
So what's it take to pull off a show like this?
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Exactly.
Honestly, what it takes is parent support, staff input, just everybody kind of working together. It really does. It's team working together. Probably like 75 people behind the scenes.
And we started rehearsals in December. So and at this point we're at like 4 days a week, every day after school. So I mean, it takes a huge amount of people.
And you're even getting a rehearsal in at like 5 minutes before 8 in the morning. So without further ado, this will be Old School. Allison and Steve, for you and me. We're heading back to the 50s, and right now we're going to do a little Johnny Be Good. Find out more, but I will tell you, tickets are going fast. Get them now. They are pre-selling tickets. It's only $6 and $8, kids and adults respectively. If you get them ahead of time, it's $8 and $10 if you get them at the door. We're going to continue to sit on in their early
Holly, thank you so very much. Well, we have to move on from that. So look
For best middle school ever, at least when it comes to their music program, they are going old school this morning as they gear up for their huge show. We're going to go back, all the way back to Janet Jackson time. So let's tell you how you can come see the live show next on Fox 5 Morning News. Stay with us. You guys are rocking it out. It's sweet.
We started out the first year just a general oldies show, and then each year we've done something different. We did Beatles. We've done Soul Train. Last year was Hair, and this year Revolutions, cultural, political, social, musical revolutions.
And I bet the kids are really grasping onto this one.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. And as we were talking when we weren't on TV, the wonderful thing about this is that you are making these kind of programs accessible and affordable.
Yep, that's right.
Explain that a little bit.
Just available to every, student, every child that wants to be able to learn an instrument that they might not usually get in a school setting. We have opened that up.
Yeah, because usually you would get this in like a summer camp. I've done a million rock and roll summer camps, or after school, you could pay to get these kind of lessons, but to have it in a public school system, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're trying to make it equitable so that all kids have free access to every type of education and music, not just a certain kind of music, but to everything. So without a program like this, these kids, a lot of them would never be able to participate.
And so someone else must have thought it was pretty amazing. VH1?
That's true, yeah. When VH1 heard about it, they invited us to come and be a part of the NAM Foundation organization, big webinar. We got to participate in that, and they've just really opened some doors for us. So
because you two are saving the music.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Save the music. All right, so I think I've put this off long enough. I put on my Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation hat, and they've taught me a little bit of the choreography. And David and Valerie, I said, I'll do it if you do it next to me. Because, they didn't do hip-hop when I was in show choir. David, if you could have thrown in a step ball change, I'd have been all over it. All right. You guys ready? Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
RCMS.com is our website. We have a link to Roberto Clemente Middle School website so you can find out more about their old school program, because their whole thing is, if you want to start something like this at your school, they'd love to tell you how. If you want to come out and see the show, it's Old School 5 Revolutions going on this Friday and Saturday. It's taking place at Seneca Valley High School in Germantown. Tickets are going fast. If you get them ahead of time, you'll save a little money, $6 and $8, children and adults respectively. If you wait until the night of the show, tickets at the door are $8 and $10. Still a great value for a fun-filled night of entertainment. Coming up in our next hour, look at that! You're even dancing in the aisles here. We're going to have yet another production of her, and we're going to talk to the principal of the middle school about how she's seen a change in these kids because this is available. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, great job, kids.
How about that,
Great job. Thanks, Holly.
Rhythm Nation days, right?
Rhythm Nation.
All right. It is the season for high school. I feel old every time I think of it. Trying